and welcome everyone. In today's session, we are talking about present perfect tense. So we have been talking about tenses for quite some time. We had discussed about present simple, we did present continuous, and now we're talking about present perfect tense, right? So when I say present perfect tense, how does this come up? How does this come up? What is perfect tense? I had told you in introduction of tenses. See, people who haven't gone through these previous videos of present tense, whether it is introduction to tenses or it's present simple or it's present continuous, you guys should watch these videos first, these 3 videos, that is introduction to tenses, because there I have told you about forms of verbs like V1, like V2, V3 and V4 and so on. So when I have told you about this, so if I use V1, V2, V3 in coming sessions, then you must not get confused at what are we talking about. It should be clear that what we are talking about, okay? That is important. When I say present perfect, perfect tense makes use of third form of verb always. It makes use of third form of verb, okay? It will never make use of first or second form. Perfect tenses are just like passive structures. When I talk about passive structure, third form, similar for perfect tense, it is third form of verb, okay? Now, present perfect tense, let's just have a look at this. Has or have plus third form of verb. Has or have plus third form of verb. Now this is past participle, that is V3. V3 is past participle form of verb that I'm talking about. It is present perfect. Now present perfect, I mean that the action has completed, okay? When I say has or have, why? Has is for singular. Has is for singular thing. When I use for singular subject, singular, okay? Have, on the contrary, is for plural. Have is for plural and has is for singular. Usage of verb form is third form. For example, let's have a look. I have finished my work. Have finished. I have finished my work. I'm using have, and finished, third form of finish is finished, okay? So I have finished my work. Now next example is you have fallen sick. Okay, sorry, not gone. This will not come. Sorry. You have fallen sick. Oh, look at this man. Oh God, he's fallen sick. Okay. You have fallen sick. When I say, this is the third form, okay, for fall. Fall, fell, fallen. So you have fallen sick. So has, have plus third form always. You cannot drop it. You have to put it, and you cannot use other form of verbs with has, have and had. With has or have and had, you have to use third form of verb, because this is the basic application of has, have, had. This is the basic application of has, have, had. Alright? That is why we're using third form. Whether you talk about finished, whether you talk about fallen, this is the third form of verb. Alright. Now moving ahead. What does they mean? What do they mean? Okay. Has, have plus not, okay, or hasn't or haven't, means something has just come. See, they mean something hasn't just completed. Something hasn't just completed. This is negative structure. This is the negative structure. Though has, have, had, has and have means, if I use has, have plus third form, if I use has, have plus third form of verb, if I am using it, it means that an action, I'm talking about an action that has just completed. That has just completed. For example, when I was saying I have finished my work, which means just now I have finished my work. Which means just now I have finished my work, okay? And if I say you've fallen sick, which means, oh my goodness, just now you've fallen sick. This man has just now fallen sick, and it feels so pretty. See, look in his eyes, okay? All right. So an action that has just completed, and if we are adding not to it. If I add not with has and have, it becomes hasn't or haven't, okay? Because hasn't and haven't are contracted versions of has and have, okay? And if I am using them, which means something hasn't just completed. For example, if I say, here I have written, we have bought a new house. We have bought a new house. Now here what is something, this action has just completed. I've recently, just means here recently you have completed, or you have bought a house, okay? So whenever this happens, this is bought is third form of buy, bought and bought, okay? Buy, bought and bought. So when I use this is the third form of verb, as I just said. So any action that has just completed, just here means recently, guys. It can be in near present. Let's say maybe if I'm talking about this day today, maybe in a day's time, yesterday only I purchased it. But if I use yesterday here, that would be incorrect, guys. If I say we have bought a new house yesterday, that is completely wrong, because you are defining the time clause yesterday, which tells you about past. And the moment yesterday tells you about past, immediately this statement, the tense would change from have bought to just bought. It would change just to bought. So I would say I have bought a new house yesterday. Okay, so if you are specifically defining that it is about past, then you will have to use past form of verb. You cannot use has, have plus third form of verb. And if you are using a negative clause, then you can use hasn't or haven't. Okay, I haven't bought a new house. The moment I say I haven't bought a new house, which means you have not bought it yet. We haven't bought a new house. I don't have. This is not my house. Okay. All right. Okay. Moving ahead. Second example is he has purchased a few chocolates. He has purchased a few chocolates, which means he's recently purchased a few chocolates which he would never share with us. Probably because people love chocolates. Okay, there are no chocolates here. I thought there must be some chocolates here. Okay, I haven't given you chocolates here. Use of has and have would be defined the same way, okay, as we've done just. Now, if you have to ask for question, let's say, have you seen Mr. Kapoor? We're looking for Mr. Kapoor. What is this? This is third form of verb. And if you see question framing sentences have the same concept. Helping verb came ahead, subject is here, and this is my verb's third form. This is my verb's third form, okay? Helping verb is ahead. This is my subject. This is my subject. This is my subject, okay? And have is our helping verb. Have is our helping verb. This is our subject and verb's third form. So if I say, have you seen Mr. Kapoor? Your answer could be, yes, I have. Your answer could be, I'm telling you, yes, I have. Or you would say, no, I haven't. Or you can say, no, I haven't. These two could be your possible answer. If you've seen Mr. Kapoor, you can say, yes, I have. If you haven't seen Mr. Kapoor, you would say, no, I haven't. Alright. So when you frame these questions, when these question asking, if you have to ask a question and these question tags statements come up, you can ask. For example, has, have will be here, the subject will be the next, and your verb's third form would be the next one. Let's take an example. Has he come? Where is he? Has he come? So I'm just asking, where is he? So what have I done? I have just, you see, has is my helping verb, he is my subject, and come is the third form of come. See, come is third form of come because come is the first form of verb. Second form becomes came and third form again becomes come. Okay, third form again becomes come. So come, came, come. Come, came, come. That is why here I have used third form, which is come. And generally people get confused here. People use came. I have came, I came, I have not came, but it should be come. Okay, we have to, same goes for become, became and become. No need to change. It is become, became, become. There are verb forms, guys. See, these are forms of verbs. First form, second form, third form. Now again, if I talk about, there are different forms of verbs which have same first, second and third form. For example, hit, hit and hit. For example, fit, fit and fit. Fit, fitted, fitted. Okay, you can have cut, cut, cut. Okay, so there are verb forms wherein it is just the same, you don't have to change it. Okay, let's have a look at the next example. Have the kids deposited their book in the to the librarian, or I must say submitted. Instead of deposited, I should say submitted. Deposited will also work, but a better word would be submitted, because we would submit the books to the librarian and not deposit. We can deposit also, though deposit is more or less used in terms of money, but that's not a problem. Okay, you can use it here as well. So when I say have the kids deposited their books to the librarian, have a look here. I'm using have, then I'm saying the kids, which is our subject, and then third form of verb, deposited. Okay, have the kids deposited their books to the librarian. Now guys, here we need to keep one thing in mind. If you have to give a negative touch to this, you will just have to add not here. For example, has he not come? Has he not come? Or have the kids not deposited? Have the kids not deposited their books to the librarian? So if you have to anyway frame negative structures, this is how you will frame a negative interrogative sentence. Now see, if I name these sentences, the question sentences are a part of interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences here are, this type is yes or no type. The type of sentences that we are doing is interrogative, which is further subdivided into yes or no or WH questions. So the ones that we are doing, because any question that stands or that starts with helping verb has a yes or no answer to it. Okay, so does these questions. If I say has he come, you can say yes, you can say no. If I say has he not come, you can again say yes or you can say no, right? So this is what I have been telling you. Now let's just get back. I want to tell you one more thing here, that yes, here when I am adding not, the contractions are to be used more or less in speaking. When it comes to speaking, use more of contractions and less of full forms. Okay, this is what I want from you. So when you're talking, instead of saying we have not purchased a few chocolates, you say I haven't purchased, or we haven't purchased a few chocolates. No, we haven't. Okay, if I say have you, for example, here, if I say have you seen Mr. Kapoor, you can say I have, you can say I haven't. So again, haven't is a negative structure for have not. So I am saying that in case of speaking, you should try to use more of contractions and less of full-fledged have not, do not, go not, could not. Instead use couldn't, don't. Okay, so these are the contracted versions that I want you to use. All right, so this is what I had for you in terms of present perfect tense. Now you all know that present perfect tense is used for an action that has recently ended. Here, okay, learners, before signing off, I would add one more thing here. Words like, for example, if there are words like already, okay, or just, okay, or recently or recently, okay, or lately. See, lately has no relation with late. Lately means recently. It's a synonym to recently. Lately means हाल ही में. So if you see words like already, just, recently, lately, automatically close your eyes and make use of past, present perfect tense. Present perfect tense with them. The tense that we have done, that is has, have plus third form of verb. You just have to close your eyes. You have to start using present perfect tense. That's it. If you see these words, lately, recently, just, already, just present perfect tense and nothing else. For example, she has already submitted the file. She has just reached. She has recently filed the case. They have lately visited Shimla. So whenever you see these words, I have given you one example each. Whenever you see these words, you have to make use of present perfect tense. That's it. All right. Yes, and rest we have already done. You know where to use negative structure, where to use positive structure. So now finally I bid you goodbye. Thank you so much, learners, for being such an amazing audience for us, and such an I would say responsive audience. Okay, thank you so much. I shall see you soon in the next session. Till then, keep learning and keep growing, everyone. Thank you so much.